what's going on here?
We're still in pre-pro.
Go. We are live on the YouTube only from North Carolina and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It is May the 5th, Mayo de Cinco, somebody I think I don't understand, day for those that celebrate. Happy, of those people who celebrate that nonsense. It ain't me. So there we go. We are live. Fun fact: I finally got approved through TikTok to stream, not through their little program that I've been using for years, but right through Slobs. So now I have a better
sweet
when I stream TikTok experience. It's awesome. Anyways, welcome to Coffee Talk, episode 63. Everybody's here.
There's a lot of chat already, Jeff.
We got Purple Haze. Got Purple Haze is here. I just want to say, I hate Fall Guys. I rage quit twice.
Too much technical skill for you.
Too much. I rage quit twice, and I was last every other race, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm just gonna go back to OnlyFans. It's much easier. Yeah. So Bruce Campbell is here. If you got a minute, go watch Bruce's short of the good parenting right there. Good parenting right here. Good parenting. If you haven't seen it, it's right there. Good parenting. Reed is here. Reed is saying sorry for the Canes loss.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I read that while you were going live, and so I switched my hat to put on my Hurricanes hat that I had right here because I didn't want to be a punk and not rep the Canes because they finished strong.
Ron Slusher is here with popcorn and drinks. Don't worry, we got a special one for you.
Oh, Ronnie. We got you, Ron.
Yeah, we got you. So, how's your week?
Busy. Riley had 3 soccer games. I had to announce 2, and then Zach had a hockey game last night. So it was a busy week. You told me you had a busy week as well.
I felt like you. Mine was just streaming. So
still
3
when you're occupied, it's
3 huge community streams this week. Of course, Monday is Red Dead, and we finally we got the monkey off our back. There was one that we couldn't do, Fort Mercer. We lost it every single time. We finally, thanks to Ray held it down. Ray and SPG killed it.
Nice.
Big shout out to Ray. Ray killed it in that. And we defeated Fort Mercer. Then Wednesday was going to be just me playing some Manor Lords. But no, thanks to my boy Woot, we got to play a day early Ambiotic Factor, whatever the hell it's called. Kind of like Lethal Company meets something. It was awesome. Willie Lowe joined us. Bruce, unfortunately, was not well, and he couldn't join us. So hopefully Bruce can join us this week because we're going to do it again. Wasn't sure what to expect, but everyone seemed to have fun, and it was crazy. I was the cook
on the team the other day.
I was the cook, and I couldn't figure out how the stove to work, and so people were starving and dying and vomiting, and so Crow had to take over, and Willie Lowe found the anvil, so we were able to make the repair station, and good times.
I just found SPG doing some things that SPG does when I join the stream. So,
Yeah. And then retro gaming, I finished. I didn't finish, but I stopped. I did the last episode playing The Great Escape, and I finally escaped. Did both missions with Hiltz. He's the guy that bounces the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did those 2 missions. And then Saturday on PC on Game Pass, we played Star Wars Battlefront 2, although we lost a whole lot. It was fun. And then the last one we did the Wookiee, not the Wookiee, the Ewok mode, where 2 people start as Ewok, and it was just us playing with us. Cool. And then you had to, so that was kind of fun. So, I could see us playing.
I would love to play with you all, but unfortunately, I got issues with EA. Or should I say EA has issues with me, and they won't even tell me what the issues are. So
you could just create a new account. Just go make a fake Hotmail account and just go make another account and just,
You heard it here first.
Let's go what is the big deal? Just go make an account.
It's already linked.
We may talk about something. We may talk about that later.
All right. Sounds good. Good.
We may talk about that later, folks. We call that foreshadowing. And Ron Slusher is... We got a special story for Ron Slusher.
We do. We really, really do. But not yet.
Not yet. Anything else going on? Oh, yesterday was Free Comic Book Day in North America. Did you guys all get? I got me Captain Canuck book and poster. Shout out to Ricky. And then I got a Star Wars.
Ooh. Okay.
I got Mad.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, I want that Mad. And Big Ol' Mac's like, what's Mad Magazine?
But it doesn't have like
Flash.
The guy.
And then,
Wait a second. Hold the Mad one back up there. Isn't like the whole thing about Mad is that it's always that same face on like different people? Is it his face? It's not his face.
No.
Huh. All right. Well,
it was free. What do you want?
I was just, I just had that conversation about the Mad character the other day. So,
and then the guy for some reason was really pushing the Detroit comic book show, which I said, dude, I'm not going to Detroit. I don't want to get shot.
Not.
But
that's terrible.
What?
They just had the NFL draft there.
Did I say that out loud?
Terrible.
Say that out loud?
Bruce says that I might recognize the music. Okay. Oh, Reed, I can't believe the Canes lost, man. They just started so shitty. All right, Jeff.
All right, we ready to go?
What do we got going? Because
our promise to you folks is we are going to tighten the show up. This is this is what we did. We decided this. We got to tighten the show up because we just went completely off the rails last week. We committed. We had meetings. There were meetings. There were memos. There were emails. Mm-hmm. There was stuff people back and forth.
There were even some threats that came through.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right.
Coffee talk.
What is it? Episode
63.
63. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Thanks to Wondershare. When we're done, you're going to go right again to my premiere of me doing the weekly challenge in MLB The Show. Do I beat my record from 2 weeks ago or do I fail again? Gotta watch and find out.
Interesting. I still don't know where those are. I even looked the other day.
They're right there under right there on the
about. Well, right there on the screen is where you can find Coffee Talk on Spotify. Thanks to Jeff. He's got all of our audio uploaded. So,
no, only the last
episode 60.
Oh, yeah, since episode 60. Well, 59 is
but still, it's a step in the right direction.
And if I wasn't such an idiot, it would be on Apple Podcasts too, but I can't navigate the Apple ecosystem. So if there's any Apple nerds who can help me, because I go to register and it says you need an Apple ID. I go get an Apple ID and it goes, here's your Apple ID. I go back and goes, you need an Apple ID. And I come over here and they go, that's your Apple ID. So I just Apple sucks.
Nice. All right. I don't like Apple either, Jeff. Don't worry. Top story tonight. Oh, honey, please. The game is on. We'll talk a little bit about that. Jeff is going to share his post of the week that's dedicated to none other than Ron Slusher. We've got a very condensed Did You Hear About? And then I've got 5 guesses for Jeff. There's a lot of stuff that you didn't want to talk about this week. Some of these I didn't, but you know.
Yeah. We're not talking about the Methodist Church. We're not going to talk about Truth Social's accounting firm. We're not gonna talk about the whole Sony Helldivers thing. Although we probably should, but we're not. Other podcasts who are better than ours have talked about it ad nauseum. We're not going to talk about the Lamar Drake marketing. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling it marketing stunt. Yes, that's what I'm calling it, a marketing stunt. Maple Leafs lost.
What's that last one down there, Jeff?
Maple Leafs lost last night. You know what? They were down 3-1, and everyone wrote them off, and then they came back and took it to overtime. You know?
And even though we're not going to talk about it, it was an incredible play to beat them. So, of course, it had to be. That's what Game 7s are all about.
Well, I don't know. Was the Bruins guy offside?
Yeah, I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. But you know who wasn't offsides? Actually, they were offsides. This cluster of bees. This cluster of bees formed directly behind home plate. They had to postpone the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks for 2 hours because they didn't know what to do with the bees, right? So they're trying to have a little bit of fun with it. I don't. Did you see shots of people sticking around the bees, or was everybody up in the concourse? Because I only saw the stuff afterwards, and I just wonder if they even let people down there. That's the one thing I didn't check into, and I should have.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. I don't know.
Well, the Dodgers social media wanted to have some fun with it, right? So they put it up, said, "Send us your best bee puns." All right. And so when you look at the comment section that they've got there,
yeah,
these are the 3 that were up there at the top. So I'm going to wing this one. What do the Dodgers do after they win a game? They celebrated with hive fives. Hive fives. We've got, yikes, please be careful. But most importantly, just win today, Bobby. It says, please don't pick me as the winner. The Dodgers say double entry. And then I don't know what all the buzz is about. Let's just play.
Let's just play.
Did you see this when it actually went live? Like
I caught it after.
Okay.
So I guess it had to make the news because some guy is like, "Honey, I got to go to work. Going to the Dodger game." Oh, it's work. Sorry. You got to help the kids with the home. It's work. I'm going to the Dodger game, honey. Honey, it's work. What can I tell you?
Emergency call of all time.
Can I tell you, honey? I gotta go. I gotta go to the Dodger game. It's work.
Yeah, it's work.
Sorry, honey. Work calls. I gotta.
So in comes Matt Hilton. You might not know who Matt Hilton is, but I tell you, you're gonna know now. Because he gets called in on that emergency work order. The players are like, what is he doing? This dude is crazy. He's sucking up bees through a vacuum. And he's loving every minute of this, Jeff. I mean, he is just pumping up the crowd. Look at them all in the seats, the people that stuck around. Oh, the flip of the bee mask. And then he gets to throw out the first pitch. So you went from just getting home, having probably like some shitty pork chops with your family, to getting the call to go and save the day at the Dodgers and Diamondbacks games.
You gotta like it.
Unbelievable story.
Gotta like it.
Gets the signature on the ball there at the end. It's just good stuff. Have you ever been around bees like that?
So when I was in elementary school, we had a hive in our tree. And there was a hive in our tree, and we had to call a guy to come and take down and get rid of the hive.
Jeez, like a big old
big old hive, and the guy had to come and do a thing. And now this wasn't just attached to a thing; it was all in a whole thing. So we just came and did the thing, and there were bees everywhere, and we just stayed in the house, and it was good times.
We saw one form on like a lamp post in the town like 2 years ago, and they had like set up like a box to try to like get them to move over to the box. I've never seen anybody do what he did, and I'm glad that I haven't been around that many bees.
What game was I playing where I kept getting attacked by bees? One of the games I was playing, I kept getting attacked by bees too.
Do you not get attacked by bees?
Yeah, it's probably true. Probably true.
Well, pretty cool, victory for beekeepers here, right?
Beekeepers for the win.
I'm glad that he played it up and made the most of his moment. That's 15
minutes of fame, buddy. Just 15 minutes
he's going to be the best beekeeper in the world now. People are going to be
calling for him. He can probably go to any game he wants. He can probably just call him up and going, "Hey, we want to go to a game."
Hey, I'm looking through my binoculars and you have bees in your stadium. Can I come to the game?
If I don't get to come to the game, I still got them here. so I can just bring them back.
Yeah, like he sucked them all up into
Black.
that vacuum. So like, was there somebody else to take them away while he's throwing the pitch, or is he just sitting there with like a angry, vacuum
mob of
bees buzzing around?
Yeah, just in this. Yeah, he probably just capped it off so they don't fly out.
He just picks up his little vacuum and walks away. Game on. Oh my god! All right, Matt.
He probably took him home. So
see, you wouldn't want to be you, Ron Slesher. It is actually the best possible time that you could have, commented on something and thrown your name up on the screen.
Yeah,
because we gotta get into the post of the week.
So I've noticed that Ron hasn't been as active this week in the chats. And I stop into everyone's, and he's usually there, but he wasn't there a lot this week, and I was not sure why. I couldn't quite figure this out. And then I discovered, and I saw some information. I think, Ron, were you in Seattle recently? Because somebody was driving from Seattle back to Yolo County, which I was like, really? Yolo County? Is that a real place? I actually had to Google this. Yolo County is near Sacramento. Sacramento is home to Ronald Slusher. Again, guy was charged and he was caught with meth. He was caught with 78 grams of meth, 645 counterfeit oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl, counterfeit oxycodone. But then he also had 2 goats and 3 chickens. This was
Breaking Barn.
And it was just in a little pickup truck. Like
you can't tell from where the guy's standing, but is there a back seat? Because if there's not a back seat, this is even more impressive.
Were they just in the back of the? So Ron, you need to help us here. You gotta, Ron. This is you. You Yolo County. This is you. Was this you? First of all, was this you, Ron Slusher, or do you have any information about said guy?
Jeff was so happy.
I have so many.
This week.
I have so many questions. I sent this over to you, and I'm like, this is my post of the week, and I got so many questions for Ron Slusher on this.
and really set it up here, Jeff, because you were like listening to the radio in the car or something when you heard this.
Yeah. And the guy goes, Yolo County? I'm Yolo. Big ol' Max with me. He's like, you only live once? Is that a real place? I'm like, I don't know. We had to look up Yolo County in Ron, do you know Yolo County? Do you know the Yolo County Yolo County Sheriff's Office? Do you know those guys? Are you you live in Yolo? How far are you from Yolo? That I have questions.
Close to home. So close to home. Oh man.
No, the bee story was our lead story, Crow Resin.
It's
all animals this week, buddy. It's all animals this week. We led with bees. Now we're moving to goats.
Well,
this is my post of the week. Anyways, that was my post of the week. Shout out to Ron Slusher. He's the only guy I know in Sacramento. So,
there you go.
Yolo County is right near Sacramento.
And a good sport at the same time. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Jeff, you dropped breaking news this afternoon.
He's pretty far from Yolo.
Yolo. Oh, well,
right.
You had to get stopped before you got home. So
I guess. Yeah. Yes, I did. This was breaking news. I logged in this afternoon to Blue Sky. I logged into Blue Sky.
Yep.
And there was a post thanking Jack for his help funding and initially starting Blue Sky. And his departure is going to leave a spot on the board. He's leaving the board. Blue Sky, in case you don't know, because probably none of you do, is another social network that I'm on because I'm on them all. Mm-hmm. And this one is no video, just pictures, post some pictures. So none of my videos, I put a lot of pictures and stuff on there. Got a lot of friends on there. And anyways, Jack, this was Jack when he wanted an alternative to the Twitters. He helped form the Blue Sky project. and he's now leaving the board. So they're looking for. So there you go. Oh, Ron Slusher, you're about 45 minutes from the Ray the Gaming Sideboard. Nice. Nice. Okay. Simply Pwned is here. I talked about the only thing Simply Pwned he remembered about our game Wednesday night was whatever you were doing to the
there was literally a dead body on the ground, and I'm not going to tell everybody what you were doing to it, but that's what I came in.
That's all he got out of the gameplay.
It was I'm like, hey everybody, how's it going? Oh, Sierra, how's it going? Oh my god. Oh, you guys, I gotta drive. See ya.
Yep.
I'm just playing. I was there much longer than
well, thanks for the view. Appreciate the view. Anyway, so yeah, Blue Sky is another social network you guys probably never heard of, but that's okay. I like it. And when I see people on Threads and they're like, I post all this on Threads. What else do you use? And I'm like, Threads is so far down my list of things I check. And then and most of these people are social media marketers and experts. And then I list them. They're like, I haven't heard of any of those. So some social media marketing people, these people are. Anyways. Jack's leaving the board. Might throw my hat in the ring. What the hell?
You should. I think you should.
I should.
Speaking of rings, you are not going to have a problem having Dak as your quarterback when your quest for championship ring, because that story that we covered a few weeks back about the claims made against him have come back. Not going to happen. Nothing.
No, she lied. We all knew she lied. She lied.
Well, I don't know that I knew, but. You know.
We knew she lied.
Wanted to.
I hope Dak turns around and sues the ass out of her.
Yeah, but if he does, would he be seen as somebody with integrity or not? Right? Like,
who cares? He'll be looking for a job next year. So,
well, if he plays the way that he's gonna play, he might or he might not.
Yeah, well, who knows?
Yeah, you know. At least you have your quarterback, Jeff.
If you know, you know.
Kentucky Derby. You watched it.
I did.
Did you have a party?
I did not.
Did you wear a hat?
I did not.
Damn it, Jeff. Of all the events that you could dress up and just play your part, you didn't take advantage.
No, I had just changed out of my muddy clothes because I had finished mowing the lawn and pulling weeds and doing other fun Saturday stuff. And then I sat down to have some dinner, and then I put this on.
Nice. All right. Well,
but do you know who did wear a hat?
Who?
My mother.
Nice.
Yeah, they had a little party, so she made a little hat, and so she wore that. My dad called. You guys all know Daddy. He called on Saturday afternoon, and he tried to figure out what channel it was on. And after several calls, we finally got him on the right channel. And this was about 4:00. And I said, okay, so you're heading to dinner, because he eats dinner at 4:30 at the residence. And he's like, no. I told him I'm coming later because I want to watch the racing. And which is the greatest thing ever, that my dad was going to postpone dinner. And if you ever know anything about my dad, he doesn't miss a meal. And I said, well, the actual race, the actual time when they take off out of the thing isn't going to be till like 5 to 7. So go and eat. So he went down to eat. He came back, sat down, and watched the race. Heading home.
Sanchez is here.
Simply Pwned is heading home. Where was he? Was he out today? Simply Pwned was out today.
Maybe he was.
It's 9:30 at night. Where is What are you doing out at 9:30 at night, young man?
Maybe they went to get Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
who knows?
No,
did you bet on any of the horses, Jeff? Did you play a game? Did you?
I did not. Although my buddy, the cowboy hater, he's like, "Who are you picking? Are you going to be picking Sierra Leone? Huh? And you're going to pick Sierra Leone?" So when it was over, and I said they were so far from the victory, so far from the victory. So
that's a crazy shot, though. In all honesty, I don't know where that rates on like closest finishes, but just seeing that picture, just 1, 2, 3, like the sets of eyes, it's very, very close.
Oh,
a lot of people were there. A lot Ooh, loosening up all them joints. A lot of people, 156,710 were the official total this year. They said in 1875, about 10,000 people attended the first ever, Jeff. So thinking about the amount of space with the grandstands and stuff that they've added over time, the way that the events are done, the party, just the Ritz, like it's
apparently the museum is quite spectacular too.
Oh,
they have a museum. Apparently, it's quite spectacular too. So
my wife was like, "Oh, I would love to go to that." And I'm like, "Well, you would never be able to afford to go to this."
Never say never. Never say never. Never say never. Hey, do you know who was there and who wasn't there?
Who was there?
Travis Kelce. Do you know who wasn't there?
Taylor Swift.
Maybe.
Oh. Are you paying attention?
Maybe. 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 So, yes, and for those of you that know my dad, I think I've told this story before. Back in the 40s, he used to do a lot of horse racing, gambling. He used to go to the track and bet. He actually wrote a story
on what you almost said.
He's gone to the track. And I think he wrote a story about him going to the track back in maybe the 40s, maybe it was the 50s. I don't know. Time with him is kind of a blur. But yeah, so my dad actually penned a story about him doing the horse racing. So he's been following horse racing for 50, 60 years. So he watches all of the races, both in Canada and the US. And
Riley was working yesterday, so Carly and I went up there and had like an appetizer before we went to Zach's game, and it was right before the race started, so it was probably around like 5:30, and there were a bunch of people sitting at the bar right there behind us, and there was an older crowd, and they were all just talking about like history of horses. They were throwing up names. I'm like, I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
You didn't drop a secretariat?
Triple Crown, horses, secretariat.
That's what you know? All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Disney. I've never. I just like, okay.
It literally that wasn't the best shot. The actual photo finish, if you find that shot, it literally is a nostril. Literally
crazy.
Yeah. And NBC like had to slow it right down, and they're like, "This is unofficial. This is unofficial, but it looks like." And
Imagine how many different angles they have of that now, where they would have, in 1875 in that first race, if it was that close, they literally just would have been fighting over who it was.
So I think they would have still been taking pictures. At least they had cameras back then.
Yeah, but they had the big old with like the smoke. They'd have to wait for it to develop. It's not instant.
Yeah. Well,
my horse won. No, my horse won. Get out of here. My filly won.
Make sure you talk with that southern accent you have. Since you're from the southern states in North wherever you're from.
I could. If you want me to, I could. I find this to be absolutely fascinating. You are not as impressed with it.
I'm just not a Vegas guy, but
not a Vegas guy. But what if this could come to a town near you? What if this could replace the highways that we currently have today?
If we didn't have this gigantic, stupid lake, yes, this would be awesome.
Yeah,
but we have this stupid lake. But this would be awesome.
This is in Vegas, right? This it uses the Model 3 Teslas as like the shuttle car. Obviously, no traffic, no stoplights. You keep the same pace. They're not gaining or decreasing on the car in front of them. It's like an amusement car ride for adults to get from one place of the city to the next. You filled me in on a little bit before the show, but I really just continue to focus on Elon and all of his many companies that he has. Like he wants to do something, it's going to take this to do it. I have that company now. I need to make this in order to do that, so I'm going to make that in order to do that. He just kind of does his own thing. And when I read this, and it was like Elon Musk's Boring Company, and I was like, man, like from my side of things, from the work perspective, there's got to be a lot that goes into boring out a damn tunnel. And to have that much power and that much authority or that much connection or that much approval or whatever it takes to be able to dig a freaking tunnel, like think about your town or your county or your state, like the different road projects that go on to widen it. This man just dug a tunnel and it was okay. Like, cool, man.
Well, he isn't the first because, you know, there's their thing called the channel, right? There, there was another one, and it broke, and they had to go buy another one. Was that in Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 13 or one of those movies? They were using the tunneling thing, and they had to go buy another one. I don't remember. Do you watch the B1M on YouTube?
No.
Yeah, of course not. You ever heard of the B1M?
No.
Yeah, of course not. Okay.
That's why I like that because you educate me.
So you don't know Fred Mills on the B1M? So B1M is your ultimate channel for all things construction. He did a video within the last month or so about Vancouver, which is in Canada, West Coast, somewhere Ray wants to go. Speaking of Ray, and they're doing the same thing. They're not using the boring company, but they've got these. They're just borrowing underneath the city, and they're extending the subway, and that's how they're doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know boring is not a new thing. Like, I'm not born yesterday, right?
But you're right. No, you're right. Elon.
I look at this video and I think about, like, what did it take to get you approval to do this underneath of Vegas? Well,
yeah, but he started doing it under LA because he wanted to go underneath LA and help get traffic from the airport to downtown. Right? So,
okay.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go from the airport downtown or something with that. Okay. Right. Okay. And yeah, he wants to do something like you were saying, saying before, he wants to transfer money. He invents PayPal. He wants to go to Mars. He invents SpaceX. He wants to have electric cars. He builds a car company. Oh, he needs batteries. He builds a battery company. So, and a lot of people
need to dig a tunnel underground. I can do that too.
I was gonna buy one of his remember the flamethrowers he has, but it wouldn't ship to Canada. So he only had a few thousand of them, and he had 500 or whatever the number was, and they wouldn't ship it to Canada. So, anyways, you know what? And a lot of people loved Elon. Remember, he's like Iron Man. He's rich. Yeah. He's into tech. He's Iron Man. Well, now he's kind of gone a little wacko. But before that, everyone loved Elon. He was in Iron Man movie.
He also ruined Twitter, so there's that. That's what.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. Then he went.
Hey, this story I saw. It looks like Dave and Buster's is going to allow you to bet on the games that you can play there, and where that might seem very cool from a business standpoint, might seem fun for adults. There's a lot of children that go play video games or these kind of carnival type games that they have at Dave and Buster's. I mean, they have a whole thing time during the day set aside for like, you can go for like $2 or $5 or whatever it used to be. Now they could probably turn this off like during those times if it's like set for that or whatever. But just the fact that I think kids are going to be possibly exposed to the idea of betting on a game that they're playing, as a parent, kind of concerns me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm not a betting guy, which is why I don't like Kick and Stake and all of them. But you know what? If they're watching football, if they're watching any sport now, everything is pull out your FanDuel app, pull out your this app, pull out your that app, and pull out your Espen Bet and what's your 3-leg parlay. And so
if I hear that ESPN Bet commercial one more time, I'm gonna cry. That and that stupid what is it? What a pro wants. AT&T BS, like those two. Like,
I don't get that.
Go.
I don't get those commercials. But
oh my God!
Remember, I'm sheltered up here in
SGA
Canada.
and Chet. You know SGA and Chet. Oh gosh.
So yes. So I don't think you can hide I don't think you can hide little Rye and little Zach away from the betting.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going to sign up with one of those apps, you're going to have to show that you're 18, 21, I'm sure, right? Like, so maybe there's going to be something in place like that here. Or maybe it's an app on your phone that you can only have if you're an adult, and then you just kind of do it through the app with your phones. A lot of these phones can tap together now and stuff, so maybe it's something like that. I got to be honest. The first, like the shock factor is, would the kid be exposed to it? If it's something like that, I understand it, and that's cool. And that's a cool way to integrate it for adults that want to partake.
The business side of me says another way to
going up there.
They got to make money. They got to make more money. Got to try to raise.
Well, I'm saying, like, I could look. You got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Papa Shots right there, right? Every single one of my friends and me could be at one of those, and we could each bet $5 to see who's going to get the most. Like, I could see that. That would be fun. So maybe I'm changing my mind about this. I don't know. That's the kids, maybe.
Let's go.
I like it. Oh, Caitlin Clark's had a big couple of months here, Jeff. Right?
She has. She had her first game this week.
She had her first.
She had her first preseason game.
She did. They unfortunately lost, but she was happy with her performance. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She was +6 while on the floor. Shot under 50%, but you know what? They interviewed her after the game, and she was like, "Look, I just wanted to go out there and do what I do. I wanted to be aggressive. I wanted to get my shot up." She said, "I felt good." People came away very impressed with her. Like, her teammates really seem to be embracing the fact that she's around. Why not? She's pretty good. But apparently, she's a gamer.
Apparently, let's go PlayStation. She's a pony. Let's go ponies.
They said that she brought her PS5 to the hotel during training camp and is on the road with her. So maybe they got to get her that handheld thing.
Yeah, she's got to get herself a portable so she can be doing a little. Oh, maybe she's going to join FaZe. Her and Kyler could team up on a little COD.
There you go. A little celebrity action.
Yeah.
If I'm PlayStation though, I'm reaching out and wondering if I can, like, hey, you need a portal? Cool. Keep playing with it. Have you heard of Taylor Swift? Okay.
Nope.
We're going to put you everywhere, girl. That's what we're going to do.
Possibly.
32 years ago today, Jeff, you were most likely doing the same thing that I was. Well, no, I probably wasn't doing it on the day it came out. But anyway, Wolfenstein 3D is 32 years old today. Like a child for you. This could literally be your baby. Literally. Literally. I had a computer that my neighbor built. I don't know specs and all that stuff of it. It was just like an IBM case or something that he threw some stuff together. This was the only game that was on it. I played the shit out of this thing. It was amazing. It was amazing to, like, as the kid playing on the computer for the first time, like playing a computer game, and this is what I was playing. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I played other computer games different than that in the past. My parents had like a Tandy when I was a kid. So if you can think about like those early 80s games.
The Trash 80? Nice. Love me the Trash 80. Love me the Trash 80, Crow.
This one was a little different. Did you play the remaster when it came out?
Probably. I think I did.
Probably. Okay.
32 years ago, May. So I would have been 6 weeks away from my sports producer being born.
So it almost was your baby. Look at that. Look at that.
No, that's not right. No, that's not right at all. 32 years ago? No, because he's 23. That's not even close to being correct. That's not even close to being.
Is he really that old?
That's not even close to being correct. I cannot do math. I cannot do math.
Crow said he played more Doom than Wolfenstein.
Yeah, no, I played a bunch of this back in the day. Loved it.
Played a lot of.
That's
Doom,
one thing. That is one thing since Will. I know Will's gone, but that's one thing I used to love about Retro Rewind is I would have this weekend retro, and we would talk about these old games that would come out. For all these all these different things back 30, 40, 50 years ago.
It's nostalgic, man. Like, I don't know. Every time I see something like this, I can like take myself back to that place that you remember. I'm sure you can do a lot.
Oh, that's right. I would have been 20. I would have been 21. I was 21. I was still in college. May. Oh, I would have just finished. Yeah, that's right. I would have just finished the undergrad. I would have finished my undergrad.
This would have been a love child from the celebration of graduation.
And I would have been, that would have been my undergrad would have been done by then. And then that was the summer.
That went fast.
That was the summer before. That would have been the summer before I went to Boston.
Huh. I don't know. That transition just went really fast. Catching my own stuff. Sorry. Tiger Woods is going to get an exemption to play in the U.S. Open this year.
Yeah.
U.S. Open is at Pinehurst. Pinehurst is a very prestigious and popular course when it comes to the PGA. It's about, what did I say, about an hour and 20 minutes from my house. So
you said it was down the street.
Yeah, it's down the street. So, Tiger getting this exemption. If I recall correctly, the past 6 tournaments or 6 majors, major sounds like a stretch. Maybe it's just tournaments, but the past 6 he hasn't made the cut in, or except for
one. He made the cut. Right? He made the cut in the Masters. Yeah, he did make the cut. I don't know how, but he did. But
then kind of flailed after that. He had the back seas up on him. I mean, look, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy. He's just he's not at the top of this game right now. No. That is down the street in the South. Thank you, Purple Haze. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
I equate this to the fact that he's an icon, right? But I also think that Jack Nicklaus is an icon. And I don't think that Jack Nicklaus is playing golf at the level of, the people that are being super competitive right now. Can Tiger do it? I think we all want him to, but I don't know that he's shown he can. And until you show me that you can, I don't know that you should really be getting this special exemption. But what this will do, it will bring people to the course. That's it.
And it'll bring people. It'll put eyeballs on it. It's going to be in the media. We're talking about it. Other people are going to be talking about it.
Yep. So even
nuclear golf was talking about it. Everyone's going to be talking about it.
Right? Even though he's not playing at a high level, just Tiger just brings so much, right? So golf always wants him to be a part of it. Just depends on how long they're going to be able to cover the fact that he's not competitive.
I'm a marketing guy. I like marketing. It's all about the marketing. What did we not want to talk about? Little Lamar Drake's marketing stunt.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You want to do
about it.
So if there was some basketball, thing and they said, Michael, we're going to give an exemption for Michael Jordan to play. Everybody would watch it.
Probably so.
Because look at Michael Jordan's going to play.
I had a quote from him the other day that I saw.
Mikey.
I think it was right after the Lakers lost. They interviewed him and they said, do you think that your Bulls could beat these Lakers? And he was like, yes. And then they're like, really? How many do you think? And he was like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 points. And they're like, why do you think you'd only lose by so few or win by so few? And he goes, well, we're 60 now. I was like, that is Michael Jordan, right? Like, he was always confident. And I'm sure Tiger's the same way. He knows what he can do. He knows what he can't do, but he also knows that he's done it before. And so all it takes is a couple of things to click. And the next thing you know, he might be hitting some birdies and whatnot. So I'm always rooting for Tiger. Yeah,
if not
playing golf because of Tiger. So
you know what? And I bet you attendance was down. And I bet they're like, what can we do? What can we do to boost attendance? Well, let's just get Mikey. Let's get Tiger to play. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I actually signed up for an opportunity to buy tickets for the Players Championship next year, which will be in Charlotte. So I'll find out soon when my window opens and if I can afford.
You signed up for an opportunity to maybe buy them.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
You heard that correctly.
All right.
You're all over some of these sports that I'm not: racing, the sailing, you've got.
Oh my God! Don't even mention the sailing. Phil? Phil, like you had, Phil. Like, he one bad move on the final leg, and he ended up 9th. All he had to do was finish 8th, and he would have made Phil.
Oh, Jesus.
Phil.
12 members of the U.S. Congress here, Jeff, have written a letter to F1 owners wondering why Mario Andretti can't get his damn racing team.
Former F1
You said you were watching the
former F1
Miami Grand Prix, right? What'd you do?
I was, yes.
Okay, and the guy doing the interview, I was setting you up for that because I didn't see that.
I forget the guy's name, the British guy. What is the British guy's name? Steve, maybe? Jimmy? Petey? Martin Brundle. Martin Brundle is his name. Martin Brundle. Oh, you met his twin brother, Tyler Woods. Nice. Oh, nice. Excellent. So Martin Brundle, the race was about to start, was about 15 minutes from the start. He's walking down the grid. The drivers were gone because it was like 3,000 degrees in Miami today. So they were kind of off, just, resting and keeping cool. So he's just walking down and he's just bothering various different people. And there was whoever the lady was, some artist who was going to do the driver start your engine. He was talking to other people. He's like, hey, I think that's Patrick Mahomes. It was not Patrick Mahomes. It was just some other tall African-American gentleman. So anyways, he was just walking along, and who does he bop into? Mario Andretti. And he's like, Mario, dude, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. We're just waiting to find out. I'm kind of paraphrasing now, but it's like, we're just waiting to find out. We're waiting for them to tell us what things we got to do. And hopefully in 26, we'll be there. So, like, that was, Martin was right there. Can't make Mike in face of Mario Andretti going, what's going on? 1978 F1 winner right there. And he doesn't know. They won't tell him. So
legend in racing. I remember anytime my mom would be in the car with me, if I would start going too fast, she'd be like, all right, Mario Andretti, slow down. Like, that's just like legend, right?
Yeah. So he doesn't know, but that was right off the presses, right off at the Grand Prix today. So, hey, do you know who was there today?
No.
And do you know who wasn't there? Yes. And do you know who wasn't there?
Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, you were just in Kentucky yesterday. What the? And my sports producer goes, he just signed a gazillion-dollar contract.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, did we talk about this beforehand? Because didn't say the Kentucky Derby.
he's like, he probably has a NetJets membership, and he probably And I said, oh yeah, probably. Or he probably has a Wheels Up membership, and off there you go.
I heard a lot of good things, just kind of looking around today about the Grand Prix. You said you watched it. I mean, it looked like it was a good race and, good atmosphere. Obviously, it's warm, which is great for the track, right?
It was very warm.
Stephen Ross.
It was very warm. Mm-hmm.
It was very warm. Stephen Ross, who owns the Dolphins, he owns the stadium. He owns the Grand Prix area. For like the grandstand, like the main thing, right? Because the racetrack is through the streets. They close.
And he's affiliated. He's affiliated with this now because I think the guy that handed the trophy, I think they said he was like the CEO of the Miami Dolphins or something. So he's whatever. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a little area down there.
Yes,
Like he's
correct.
kind of got on lock, and he was approached and offered $10 billion for it. And he was like, yeah, that's a hard no, dude. Get out of my face. I am the king of Miami.
Yeah, pretty much. So the race went all around the stadium, went under the overpass, right next to the highway, all through it. I watched a couple of videos. There was one video. I can link it to anybody who's interested. Guy took his drone and flew it over the top. There was like fake water because every time they kept going by and doing different shots, I'm like, is that real water? Is that like a boat? Are those boats just sitting there? Like you're just floating in the water and there's the race. And then it turns out, no, it was all fake. Yeah, okay. But it was very impressive. It looked really nice from especially the high end shots. It looked a lot better than Vegas.
Real boats.
Looked a lot better than I think they were real boats, but I think they were just a fix there. They weren't. It didn't look like they were because you could tell because then other shots you could see the real water versus the fake water. So
I got you.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the Miami blue color around the track. And for the first time in 20 races, Max did not win.
Wow.
Lando Norris, who I keep wanting to call Lando Calrissian.
I told you I was reading that thing where they said that America's really taken to the F1 racing, but they're getting tired of Max winning all the time. So look what happened. First race after that happened.
And that was the first question they said to Max. They're like, what's it like not to win? He's like, well, you win 20, you lose 1.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to say. He's like, oh, I don't know. But
it hurts. Oh, I didn't get my 21st in a row.
Oh, we were watching and we were just kind of laughing because they were going to hand him he handed the second place trophy. So they hand him the trophy. He's like, oh, yay. And he just puts it down.
That's a first. Thank you.
He just put it down. It
literally a first. It's the first second place trophy.
Yeah. So.
Hey, I've said before, I grew up in the D.C. area, Northern Virginia, but really the D.C. area. My family technically owns plots in Southeast D.C. and a cemetery. So, my great grandmother lived there. Anyway, RFK Stadium, long-standing stadium in D.C. The Washington Redskins used to play there. The Senators used to play there. I started going to those games as a kid. The coolest thing about it was that the lower bowl was actually like bleachers, and so everybody would be real loud on them. It would add to the atmosphere. Saw Troy Aikman's rookie season, Jeff. Doug Williams' first game back. I was at that game. The Cowboys won, and that was the Cowboys' only win that season, if you remember correctly.
Oh, I do. 1-15. Let's go, Troy.
I was so excited.
This is a lot harder than I thought.
So excited.
Doug
Williams' first game back after winning the Super Bowl. We're taking on the shitty Cowboys and their rookie quarterback. And I think Doug Williams was out of the game at halftime or like shortly in the third quarter. Clark, Monk, Sand, none of them looked good. It was terrible. Anyway, with the Commanders getting new ownership, they've talked about a new stadium. It has to happen because the old one is falling apart.
Well, that's besides the point.
There's a lot of people that really want the stadium to be back in D.C. In order to do that, they'd have to put it really where RFK is. And RFK isn't really used anymore for anything except for the occasional festival or concert, right? The Park Authority in D.C. has finally given permission to have that stadium demolished. And what that does is it opens a path for now the Commanders to have the land to use to not only build a stadium, but build like what you just saw down in Miami and actually do like a complex, tie it into other ventures and things like that. We're seeing it with all these stadiums we talk about. So pretty cool in a sense, sad in a way, but I think that if the Commanders are going to actually be able to take themselves seriously, a move to DC is the best move. Moving to Virginia or staying in Maryland is not the Washington Commanders, right? So I vote for them putting it in DC.
What did I tell you in our production meeting?
You don't give a shit.
Well, besides that, what else? What was the other thing I said? What was the other thing I said? Actually, I said I didn't give a shit about the story. What was the other thing I said about the stadium?
I don't remember.
I didn't even know it was still up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were like,
if that was a 5 guesses, I would have got it wrong. I didn't even know.
It wrong
I thought it was. I thought it was demolished years ago.
Oh my God. Oh, there is something that we hope does not get demolished, and that is Inside the NBA. This is one of the coolest pre and post game shows, halftime shows to watch. These guys have great chemistry. It has been built for many, many seasons. I mean, Ernie Johnson is just a legend, right? And NBC is trying to take this from TNT.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie Johnson has said, "No, man, I'm not turning my back on Turner. I'm with Turner, or I'm not with the show." There's also the piece of this that Charles Barkley has been talking about recently, where if the deal does go and they go to NBC, he actually becomes a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. So it's kind of a messy deal right now for Inside the NBA. Oh, but FedEx and Roush was so fun. Yeah, exactly. Oh God, that parking lot.
Remember, Reed is your spirit
tailgates.
animal. He's your spirit animal when it comes to
I know,
Redskins. He's your guy. You know what? Sorry, Ernie Johnson. If TNT loses it and it goes to NBC, it goes to Prime, Amazon, it goes to Netflix, it goes to whatever, and they say because his contract will be up. Because TNT isn't going to keep him, so his contract will be up, just like with Michael. Something else that we're not going to talk about. And whoever gets it, Amazon, NBC, ABC, whoever, and they say, Ernie, here's $25 million, come over and do it. He'll be like, okay.
Well, and let me be honest.
Or he's just gonna retire and just sit on the billions he's got now. So yeah.
Could you take Kenny Charles and Shaq and put him with anybody else and then be just as funny? They have a loyalty to him, and especially with all of his health stuff that he battled through and everything. So I'm sure that there's a loyalty to him, but
so there's a loyalty.
Three of them are probably the show more where he's just kind of the conductor, right?
Yeah. If it went to NBC, stick Mike Tirico in there. If it goes to Amazon, stick somebody else in there. Stick an Eagle. Stick a Kevin Harlan. Take Kevin Harlan off the floor and put Kevin Harlan out there. Maybe, let's say,
I think that it could.
People don't tune in.
It would be sad to me, though.
People don't tune in to listen to Ernie. They want to hear what nonsense Chuck is saying. They want to hear, That's
what I'm saying. They're the show. He's the conductor. He's a great conductor.
Sure.
But I think that they could be conducted, as well by somebody else. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll find out. Mm-hmm.
At March Madness, it was always who did the March Madness desk. And he wasn't there this year because of whatever health reasons. And they had someone else, and it was, it went on smoothly.
Clark Kellogg?
No. I don't remember who it was. Oh. But the guy who usually, not Bryant Gumbel, but I don't know. Anyways, whoever usually hosted the March Madness, stuff. Oh. Anyways, move it. Carry on. Carry on. This is for Purple.
She is it's for me too. She's a legend. She's a legend in women's basketball. Let's call it just that. She's a 2-time Olympic champion. She's a 3-time WNBA champion. She's been MVPs. She's won in college 2 times. I want to say, and Purple Haze, please don't be upset with me if you know this and I don't. She's at least the first woman I remember dunking a basketball in a college game, or like in a game, right? I know that there's others that have done it, but she's like the one that sticks out to me as kind of like the trendsetter there. So she was kind of like, she had this cool Kobe Bryant kind of vibe to her. Pretty girl, smart woman, mother. Like she gave birth to children while she's a champion. Like, I mean, it's incredible, right? Stay at the top of your game for as long as you do, and then on a world stage, very, very cool. So she's retiring. She does a good job in the booth too. I think was she on TNT? Yeah, she was on TNT with the guys.
Probably.
During the whole playoffs last year. She was on there with them. So there's going to be a spot there. Maybe she's the conductor, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe.
You see what I'm saying? I got it.
There you go.
Old sore
on Canadian television, when they do basketball, they have a lady who now plays for the LA team, Kia Nurse. They were doing an exhibition game in Edmonton this weekend, and she got to spend time with Daryl Nurse, her brother, who plays for the Oilers. So he got to come and see her play.
Very cool. Well, they're getting ready to play Vancouver in the playoffs, so that's like a hop, skip, and a jump, isn't it?
Yep.
It's not really a road game.
Yeah, different. It's a different province equivalent to your state. So there you
go. Barry Sanders said he watched Coffee Talk last week. He heard how I felt about EA, and he said, "You know what, Ryzak, I got your back. I want nothing else to do with EA and Madden." Maybe he just meant it for Madden, maybe not EA.
Whatever.
But anyway, he's pulling out. He doesn't want his likeness in the game anymore. This is huge because A, he's Barry Sanders. He's a Hall of Famer. But B, because this is now the second time that Barry Sanders has quit on the NFL in some capacity. So what do you thanks, Jeff. What do you think about this? Do you think this is a problem for them? Do you think that more people will see this?
I hope it does. I hope it opens the floodgates. I know I have seen current athletes tweet EA and go, "Fix your game." Micah Parsons has said, "Come on, this game is not realistic. This is not how we play." So I have seen other professional athletes. He's the first biggest name to say, "Take me out of the game, out of the licensing deal that they have with the NFL PA and retired players and et cetera, et cetera." So
he's gonna come out with Barry Sanders football. You watch.
Maybe
it's gonna be first played on Stadia.
Maybe EA does need a wake up call
again. Jeff, I was ready for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. SPG is right. EA does need a wake-up call. You know, a lot of us, it's May. EA said we're going to get actual gameplay footage of the college game that is coming out in 2 months. It's 2 months away, and we have not seen. Yeah, we've heard the stories. I know Matt Brown. If you don't follow Matt Brown on the Twitters and subscribe to his newsletter, he's got a lot of detail. You know, he allegedly has seen gameplay, but he's also not a gamer. So, but you know, guys like Soft Drink and Ryan will be be tearing that video down. So we just hope it's not like, you know, it's not a reskin of Madden. And you know, for what they're saying, that even Kirk Herbstreit has said, you know, there's going to be different announcers depending on the quality of the game. So if it's Michigan, Ohio State, you might get Herbstreit. If not, if it's two lesser teams, you might get Todd Lowe.
I was listening to Fowler yesterday on one of his interviews after, or maybe it wasn't yesterday, maybe it was the other day, talking about all the different games. And he's like, if you score 5 touchdowns in a row, like you're going to get a different saying than the same thing. Like, you know, it's
you know what? That's the stuff. So. That's the stuff if I play the game, that's the stuff I'm going to punt on first down because I want to see the audio. I'm going to try different things.
Well, you want to be able to have a different experience every way you play it.
Yes,
right?
Correct. That's right. So, and you're going to have different announcers. So again, you're playing Ohio State versus Michigan. You're going to get, but if
they're into it, man.
if you're playing North Dakota State versus South Dakota State, no offense, SPG, you're going to get Todd. You're going to get Todd Lowe calling the game.
Exactly.
Right. You're going to get some schmo Todd Lowe. But yes. Right. And I still have a whole issue with this whole ultimate team thing they're going to do. But that's just me. We'll have to see how it spills out.
You putt from the rough?
True. I do.
Kingdom Hearts. It is a Disney RPG game that brings all the Disney characters in. This dude looks like he should be in Final Fantasy, right? There's an animated movie that's going to be coming for this. So
think there's with the success of the Mario game, I think or movie, I think there's going to be more. Remember, Hollywood is out of ideas, which is why they keep rebirthing Spider-Man with just different idiots, and they keep remaking other. I'm surprised they haven't remade Titanic yet.
I'm really shocked that Disney never moved in on the Merry Melodies and kind of like reanimated the Merry Melodies, because I always thought those were
good,
pretty dope when I was a kid.
I just hope they reboot. I hope Apogee somehow can get the IP back and make a new Duke Nukem.
There you go.
I'd love to see Reacher as Duke Nukem.
Maybe you could do a voiceover for them.
No, I can't. John's got that down. John St. John? Yeah. No.
Oh, golly. Do you know how to say this? Is it Kyoken or Kyoken? Whatever it is. Kyoken? I'll go with Kyoken. Interactive. They are going to have to close the doors. And you sent this to me. I was like, you've sent me other like small developers in the past where we've shown them, and it's just we just kind of wanted to share it. I started looking into this because I thought it was a lot like that, and they did Deliver Us Mars and Deliver Us the Moon. Both of those games were on Stadia, and I was like, what the hell? So unfortunate. Their letter is just looking for positions for their team. If anybody can help out, if anybody's got this sucks, man. Says that they're doing a Kickstarter at the bottom. Not that this or anything, all of it does. This tournament that we see all the time. We've talked about it in shows. So put on the list. Won't be around.
Yep.
Support for the game, hopefully. This one is just really cool because this is my my daughter's soccer team. We had that first loss of the season I talked about, and then the next game, Jeff, we just magical things happened. And I highlighted here, it says there's no place like home for Holly Springs, right? And I say that because our loss was on the road. The one game that I was not in control of the microphone and the music for us to lose. Well, actually, it's not the one game because I don't do it for all the away games. But anyway, I think I'm the recipe. That's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that I'm undefeated.
Could be. There you go.
That's what we're going with.
All right. That works.
Right. Enough of that. Here's you in your costume. Well, your Star Wars suit. You didn't go to anything at all yesterday? There was nothing. There was no event in town for Star Wars?
I went to the free comic book day, which we talked at the beginning of the show.
We talked about that.
There were some other events, but I had to get housework done. And you know what? We didn't put in that other story. I sent you that last minute story. I put in.
Or is it after? Or is it? Guess what? You're gonna just wait there.
Am I just gonna wait? Oh, because I thought this was the last one.
You're just gonna wait a daggone second.
It was the last one, folks. It was the last one at our production meeting, and then I sent him. So you didn't.
You walked away, and then I was like, I'm gonna walk away.
Hold on. One of the items we were not going to talk about, you took off the slide, was Naked Gardening Day.
Yes, I did take it off the slide.
Saturday was Naked Gardening Day for those that participated. A few weeks ago, I went to Vancouver. I went to British Columbia. I don't know if you guys know that. I went to British Columbia. I was prepping for Naked Gardening Day. Carry on.
How did that go for you?
It went great for me. But
what about the rest of the campers?
Well,
the Boy Scouts weren't very thrilled about it, were they?
Well, who knows?
Look at that, Jeff. On the fly. Ooh! You don't get that on other shows, okay? You don't get that.
You do, because they usually just open up websites.
Whatever.
Okay. So, Crow sent this to me, and he's like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Yeah, this was me." I was in BC. I was prepping for Naked Gardening Day. I didn't know the paparazzi were out. When you're a famous YouTuber, the paparazzi are everywhere. I have to pay attention to the paparazzi, and I guess I let my guard down when I was in BC.
Nice. I wonder, about this. Do people like just stage stuff, or are there really people that just hang out in the woods dressed like this, or is it real? No one will ever know. Bigfoot is the big mystery, just like the Martians.
Oh, Crow says Deliver Us to Moon made him nauseous on Stadia.
It did. It was messing with me a bit.
Too many subscription services getting expensive.
Yes, it is.
I got an email from Netflix saying, "Hey, you know that $9.99 you pay a month? Yeah, that no longer exists. So you can either go back to the $5.99 with ads, the shitty service Todd Lowe has, or you could upgrade to the $20 a month package."
That's right.
Or you could cancel. I'm like, I pick option number 6.
I've been canceling quite a bit.
Crow
ready?
Crow says Bigfoot, Big Mac. Bigfoot has
to be real. I'm saying, like, he might be, but it could just be a really long running gaffe, right? Like, haha, let's go take pictures of Bigfoot in the woods. I heard Jeff was prepping for naked gardening day. All right, Jeffy. The 5 guesses today is going to be. You got two options. You got an option A, which you don't know what it is, and you got an option B, and you don't know what it is. But whichever one you pick is either going to be very difficult or not. So you're going to be guessing,
looking for the chat.
The top 10 list.
Guys in the chat, do I pick A or do I pick B?
Well, I'm at least going to give you the subject, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to tell you what the lists are. The list is A and B.
All right.
It is Star Wars themed.
Ooh.
So do you want to go with option A or do you want to go with option B? That's really all it is.
Purple Haze says A. So let me just get the tie. Let me just get the tie on here, which is very hard to do with a wire wrapped around you. I've tied so many ties. I don't even have to look. I can literally do this. I can literally do this blindfolded.
Wow.
As I'm sure you can too.
Sometimes, not all the time.
There we go. There we go. Okay. You want to do the
Okay, Jeff. So you
wait.
are going to go with option A, or are you going to go with option B?
Purple says go with A.
Purple says A. All right. Well, then we'll go with A for you. You ready? I'm going to do your intro here.
Not that I added these together, but
Yeah, not at all. But it's now time for 5 guesses. This week, Jeff is going to be guessing the top 10 Star Wars characters recently listed by Entertainment Weekly. So there's your source, Jeff, okay? The top 10 Star Wars characters.
I'm going to go with my number 1. Crap. Oh, yeah, here he is. My number 1, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is number 2.
Oh!
Number 2.
Well, then, let's go with his boss.
And hold on. Before you go any further, Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough, right?
Fair enough.
Okay. Sanchez said Vader too. He liked that.
Oh, nice. I'm going with his boss, the Emperor. of
You're
all
going with the
emperors.
Emperor. He is
The
not.
Emperor.
He is not in the top 10. He is number 11. Yeah, not in the top.
Throwing a flag on this list already. All right, well then let's obviously, I guess your boy Luke is number 1.
Luke is not number 1, but he is number 7.
Wow. Wow. Well, let's just stay in the family. I guess is his sister
Leia Organa
Uh-huh.
is number 1.
Oh wow. Interesting. Well, then I know he won't be number 3, but we might as well go with her husband.
He's not number 3.
No, but is he in the top 10?
And he is in the top 10. He's number 4, Han Solo.
Oh, number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yep, you're doing great. You're doing great. It's probably
then I guess I if I had to take a guess at number 3, old Benjamin Kenobi.
Ooh, good one, but he's not 3. He's number 5.
Oh, number 5.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, well.
Wait a second. You said yeah.
What?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I said Obi. Yeah, I said Ben. Ben. Little Ben.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we have to go with the master of all light side masters, the little guy himself.
Be specific when you say little guy.
I mean the original Yoda,
okay,
not the baby Yoda.
Yoda is number 3, Jeff. Yep, Yoda's number 3. So you've got Leia at 1, Darth at 2, Darth Anakin at 2, Yoda at 3, Han Solo at 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi at 5. You've got Luke Skywalker at 7. And that's where we stop. So you need 6, 8, 9, and 10. And you've only gotten 1 wrong, so.
Well, I'm gonna go with the baby Yoda.
Nope, that's your second one. He's not there.
He's not there. Okay.
No. That's why I told you to be specific.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Because he is on. He is on there.
But probably down a little. I thought he might have because he's I thought he might have skyrocketed.
Mandalorian is too new for
this list. Okay. Yeah, but he's number 1.
It's on here. They're on here. They're just not highly ranked, right? Because it just hasn't been around as long.
Yeah. Well, then I guess which of the droids? I guess C-3PO would rank higher than R2.
That's a great guess, but C-3PO is not in the top 10.
Is R2?
R2 is not in the top 10 either.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who number 8 is, and I'm sitting here trying to read it so that I can sound smart, but I don't know who it is.
Okay.
So keep going, and I'm going to figure this out.
I want to go with my next guess, one of the Hutts. Let's go with, if you want me to be specific, I'm going to go with the more famous of the Hutt family.
Yeah.
Your Jabba.
R2-D2 was 12.
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt is 14.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. C-3PO is 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know who 8 is.
What about Boba Fett?
Boba Fett's on here, but he's 30.
Way down there.
What about Han Solo? Let's think about Han Solo for a second.
I was getting to Chewie.
Okay.
I was getting to Chewie, but I thought the droids would hang. I actually thought the droids would
just check.
No.
The Wookiee is famous.
No, but I thought the droids would rank. I actually thought the droids. I would rank them, higher than
So Chewbacca is 9, Jeff.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm still missing.
6,
what
8,
am I
and
missing?
10.
6, 8, and 10, and 8. You don't even know who it is.
I don't
How
know
about
who 8 is.
How about the winner of today's F1, Lando Calrissian?
Yes, he is 10th.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Nice.
I would not put him. I would not.
I think what they're putting in here, what they wrote up, is that Donald Glover, when he played that character in one of the more recent Star Wars, that's where he's become a more popular character. That's what this is saying.
What about the Ewoks?
I love the Ewoks, but they're not on here. At least in the top 10 that I'm looking at.
Yeah,
they're probably on here somewhere.
Yeah.
Think newer Star Wars and very popular character.
The girl whose name I don't remember. Daisy Duke.
Daisy Ridley. It's
Ren. Yeah, Ren. Yeah.
Rey is number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So that leaves 8, and I don't know who this is, and I'm going to tell you. I think this is from the animated one. Was the animated one called The Clone Wars?
Yes. Is it Ahsoka?
Or I'm sorry, Star Wars Ahsoka Tano. That's
Ahsoka Tano.
8.
Yeah, Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, she's got a new series.
You nailed it, Jeff. Damn.
She was in. Yeah, I don't like some of the. I disagree with some of the answers, but
that's fair.
I would have ranked the droids higher.
Kylo Ren was 13, just to kind of run up this a little bit.
Yeah.
K2SO.
Mm-hmm.
You know that one? He's 15. Darth Maul was 16. I would have had Darth Maul way higher.
No, I was thinking Maul. I was thinking Grievous. I was thinking Mace Windu.
Mace Windu is 17.
I was thinking
Poe.
Poe,
the pilot.
No,
he's 18.
Dooku, Count Dooku.
No, Poe Dameron, the pilot.
No, I moved on from him. No, Count Dooku.
Oh, okay, sorry. Who?
Count Dooku, the old guy that takes on Yoda.
Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, is 19.
No.
C-3PO is 20. Vice Admiral Holdo is 21. Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus are 23 and 22. Rose Tico, Admiral Akbar. Padme is 26. Grogu is 28.
I was thinking Padme for number 8, but then you said
Boba
you didn't
Fett
know who.
34.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's Greedo? Where's Greedo? I got Greedo right here. Not even on your stupid list.
No, I'm going to send it to you. General Grievous is 46.
Yeah. What about Count Dooku? I knew they wouldn't be in the top 10, but these were names I was thinking of.
Yeah. Count Dooku is 59.
Wow. I would have put him higher. Again, I would have put the droids above Chewbacca, but I was thinking Luke's mother, but then when you said I didn't know who it was, then I went, oh, okay, so it can't be Padme then, because you know who Padme is, right?
I do know who Padme is, but
so when you said you didn't know who number 8 was, I took Padme off the list because I figured I was just going with the whole right, and I would have put I figured C-3PO, then I was gonna go. Well, I said them both, C-3PO and R2-D2, and then I was gonna go Chewbacca, but when you said they were both out of the top 10, it kind of startled me for a minute.
Yeah.
So I was kind
of. Well, that was option A. Option B was going to be what are the best Star Wars movies of all time, based off of Rotten Tomatoes. So you survived that conversation. And Jeff, we actually did it. We went a lot faster than we did last week.
We did.
Yes, we did. Not because I don't want to keep talking or anything, but because it gets lengthy. So
it does. You know. It does.
Great job. You nailed all of those.
He's still number 1.
He was number 2.
He's number 1. He's number 1 in my heart.
So let me ask you this then. This will be my follow-up question. Mm-hmm. Is old Darth better than new Darth?
Yes.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Mind you, remember, I always like the originals.
Yeah.
My Batman is Adam West.
My Batman's Bruce Wayne.
My Superman is George Reeves. My Superman is George Reeves.
My Superman is Clark Kent. There you go.
There you go.
Are you guys doing the other one Wednesday? You're going to do, obviously, Red Dead on Monday.
Red Dead on Monday, and we're doing Abolic Factor on Wednesday. Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might be around Wednesday. Just depends.
And then Friday, at the request of Mr. Bayram, I will be playing Peter Jackson's King Kong.
On what?
The PlayStation 2. And then I doubt I'm going to be doing a Saturday stream. It's now summer, pool's opening, lots of other stuff to do, so I may not be doing sponsored Saturdays. Although if it's crappy weather, then I might. I have a backlog of games that I need to play and stream. And I'm playing a new game that comes out in a couple of weeks. I got to make some content before it goes live. Sea of Ships. What the hell is it called, Crow? What the hell is the game called?
Ships.
No, that's not what it's
Hopefully
called.
it's not Sea of Shits.
Ships at Sea.
Oh.
Ships at Sea. It releases on the 23rd of May. So I've got a bunch of content that I'll be making before then about ships. Because you know me and water.
Yep. You are quite a seaman, aren't you?
I am.
Well, good, Jeff. I hope week. I hope you have a fantastic week. Hope you get through all of your games the way you want to get through them.
I hope so. Me too. Good night, everyone. Thanks,
Gold.
everyone in the chat. Crow. And Crow had some good answers there. Crow had some really good answers. I thought Greedo would have been higher too, Crow. Now that I look at the chat. So, yeah, Crow. We had Purple Haze. Ron Slusher. Thanks, Ron Slusher. We had Purple Haze. We had the Sanchez. We had the SPG making multiple appearances. And, of course, Bruce Campbell. Make sure you go up and watch that video of Bruce. It is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. And we will see you tomorrow night for Red Dead. Kevin will be joining us for the full 2 hours next week. So
nice.
It's going to be fun.
Awesome. You guys have a blast. See y'all.
Bye. Don't forget, new video, new baseball video coming up next.